Well, good morning, Maranatha family. We are continuing on with our social media devotions. And today's devotion comes out of Proverbs 15:1. It says, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." And when I first started praying into this scripture, I realized how important that this scripture is pertaining to social media and how much it can help us navigate social media these days. I first want to note that in this scripture, the power of the tongue. It can be used to bring peace or to bring trouble. And I want to also note that in this scripture that the power lies not in what is said, but how it is said. I read a quote as I was studying, and it said, "Many conflicts arise not because the issues separating the parties are so great, but because of the temperaments people bring to a confrontation." And I know this to be true in my own interactions with people. I don't know if you've ever been in an argument or in an intense time of fellowship, but it seems as if one person starts to escalate or their voice starts to rise, most of the time the person responds in that same manner with a raised voice or with escalation. And I'm sure we've all seen posts on social media that are controversial, or my favorite, the passive-aggressive ones, that you're pretty sure they're talking about a certain person, but they don't come right out and say that the post is about that person. Or have you ever been down the rabbit hole of comments, reading where people are arguing back and forth about something? Or maybe you've been the one who felt like you just had to say something or had to respond when someone commented on one of your posts. I want to caution you to make sure that you are leaning into the Lord when choosing whether or not to respond to this comment and not with emotion. Sometimes a gentle answer is what is needed to subdue someone's anger or criticism. Or other times, you might just need to refrain from commenting or maybe even take the post down. Here's what you have to remember. People are going to offend us, whether on Facebook or face-to-face. But I want you to consider how your words might be received by others before you say them or before you type them. And let's be honest, usually most people are willing to say more online than what they're willing to say face-to-face or in person. And if you have friends or family who love to challenge your views because they don't match their views, whether it's on faith or politics or anything, remember, stay calm, be kind, and rather than jumping into a conversation, swinging, or coming back with your own harsh words, remember what the scripture says in James 1:19-20. It says, "Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires." My dad always taught me, you can't control someone else's actions, but you can control your reactions. So I want to encourage you that the choice is yours, whether to respond in a gentle manner, to respond with a harsh word. But if we listen to the scripture back in back in Proverbs, it says, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." I pray you have a wonderful day, and remember to choose your words wisely.